Why are cells so small? Cells are very small in size, we cannot see them with our naked eyes. Now, why are cells so small? To study that, we must know how is the size of a cell measured. The size of a cell is measured in microns, also known as micrometer. What is the relation between 1 millimeter and 1 millimeter and micrometer is that 1 micrometer is equal to 1 by 1000 part of a millimeter. That means very small. We cannot see. That is why we cannot see the cells with our naked eyes, because the human body, the threshold of our visual resolution, that means how a small thing that is visible to our eyes is around the size of 100 micrometer. That is a very small dot. That too, if we look too close, then we can see that dot, and that dot is of the size of 100 micrometer. And the cell being far smaller than 100 micrometer, we cannot see the cells with our naked eyes. The average width of the cells in the human body is around 10 micrometer to 20 micrometer. Now, after saying so, it is still very astonishing and amazing that some nerve cells, in case of a giraffe, stretch from the hind legs to the brain stem of the giraffe. And in the body of a great blue whale, a nerve cell may be of the length the stretching from its tail to its brainstem. Such long cells, but they are so slender that we can't see them with our naked eyes. We need a microscope, a compound microscope or an electron microscope to study these cells. Some skeletal muscle cells are also more than 30 centimeter long. So the length of the cell depends on its function. That is why the case, but still you cannot see them, though the length is 30 centimeter or 150 centimeter. They cannot be seen with our eyes because they are very, very, very slender, very thin. Now, if you made the human body about 5 to 10 times as tall and as wide as it is now, then we can see the individual cells as tiny granular specks. Tiny granular specks means very tiny, very small dots. After magnifying the human body 5 to 10 times as it is of now. Now, why so small? Why are cells so small? That question always arises in my mind. So I have made this video to make you understand the histological factors that contribute that are responsible for the cell being so small and hence being so efficient. Because the cell is small, it is so efficient that all the life processes in our body continue to proceed in a very specific and speedy manner without any interruption. The first reason behind being the cell so small is the structural limit. Structural limit, when we say structural limit, we are defining the strength, the tensile strength of the cell membrane and its supporting cytoskeletal bed. Okay, that means the cell membrane, if a cell is, for example, if a red blood cell RBC is immersed in distilled water, it will keep on absorbing water until the wall is completely turgid and it ruptures, releasing all the contents inside the cell. Now that is the tensile strength of the cell membrane. As if you fill a balloon with water, as long as the balloon can hold the water, the wall will stretch, and at last it will again rupture. The same case is with the cells. It keeps on absorbing things, and that is the limit of the cell membrane as to how long it can absorb a particular thing. Okay. So there is a structural limit related to the cell membrane defining its tensile strength. Now, the second very important reason the cell being small is the physiological limit. That is the relation between the diameter and the surface area of the cell. Diameter to surface area relationship. Now, What is the reason behind this is that a cell the metabolic needs of a cell must be met by the process of diffusion of molecules and ions through its surface membrane. Now, if you double the width of a generalized cell, you say 10 micrometer or to 20 micrometer, if the cell had a previous diameter of 10 micrometer, say you double it to 20 micrometer, so you increase its volume by a factor of 8. But its surface area is increased only by a factor of 4. So now the volume of the cytoplasm that is to be metabolized inside the cell increases manifolds compared to the surface area, and so diffusion becomes slower. Now we won't have enough surface area to service the volume of the added cytoplasm, the cytoplasm that has been added by doubling the width of the cell. So the cell will ultimately die of anoxia, that is less oxygen. It may also die due to starvation, less food, or waste accumulation. Everything has to be done in time in a cell so that it can function properly within a particular time. So that the relation between the diameter and the surface area of the cell is a very vital factor in defining why a cell is so small. Smaller the cell, the efficient is the cell. Another physiological limit is the diffusion time, the diffusion of the materials needed by the cell, that is oxygen, glucose, electrolytes, and other vital chemicals that must diffuse from the cell surface to the cell, the deepest part of the cell, that is from the cell membrane, cell cytoplasm to the nucleoplasm. Now cellular waste products also have to be diffused out of the cell so that the cell is protected from being toxic or poisonous at a sufficient rate to avoid poisoning. Okay, now this takes time, the accumulation of waste and then diffusing it out of the cell. Now this takes time, and distance divided by speed is time. Diffusion time, when coming to diffusion time, the process by which everything enters and leaves the cell, diffusion time is proportional to the square of the distance to be travelled. Diffusion time is proportional to the square of the distance travelled. Suppose if a cell with a radius of 10 micrometer, we have a cell with a radius of 10 micrometer, and suppose it takes 10 seconds for a molecule to diffuse from its cell membrane, from the surface membrane to the middle of the cell. Okay, it takes 10 seconds for the substances to diffuse from the surface membrane to the middle of the cell. Now if we double the cell radius to 20 micrometer, still too small. The cell radius 20 micrometer is very small still to be seen with the naked eye. Now if you go with the formula that diffusion time is proportional to the square of the distance to be travelled, what diffusion time previously took 10 seconds, now it will take around 278 hours to diffuse to the center of the cell. So what we did is mere doubling the cell size. We just doubled the cell size and see what a great and tremendous effect it had on the cell. Adversely, I would say adversely. It results in the tremendous drop in the rate at which vital substances could be delivered to and toxic substances removed from the innermost part of the cell. Okay, so the three basic reasons why the cell is so small is the structural limit of the cell, that is the tensile strength of the cell membrane. The second most important is the relation of diameter to surface area of the cell. And the third reason is the diffusion time. The cell needs electrolytes, glucose and oxygen and all other vital chemicals for its activities, and the waste materials that are produced during the process have also to be removed from the cell within time, and that should happen in a very quick rate so that the cell can live and carry on all its function efficiently.